As U.S. President Barack Obama prepares to host Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif in Washington, two hard-hitting reports have been published on America's use of drones in Pakistan and Yemen. The reports by human rights groups Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch detailed civilian casualties from these largely secret attacks and also the cost to U.S. credibility. Nathan King has more.
Rafiqua Rehman lost his mother, Manama Bibi, he says, in a U.S. drone strike. These x-rays showed the shrapnel left in his daughter's arm and the metal rods put in his nephew's leg after their injuries. Amnesty International says their grandmother was blown up while tending fields in northern Waziristan by a U.S. drone strike gone wrong. It's personal stories like these that Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch chose to highlight, the civilian casualties caused by drone strikes in Pakistan and Yemen. The two human rights groups say the strategy, as well as killing innocent people, is sowing resentment.
When you talk to people who've been victims of these attacks, whose family members have suffered from these attacks, they really have a lot of hostility towards the U.S., or at the very least feel that the U.S. is potentially as dangerous to them as al-Qaeda is. And that's a really terrible situation to be in.
The U.S. administration countered that argument by saying drones allow for more targeted strikes. They inflict less damage on civilian populations. U.S. President Obama backed their use in a May speech on winding down the so-called war on terror. That message reiterated Tuesday.
Conventional air power or missiles are far less precise than drones and are likely to cause more civilian casualties and more local outrage. Invasions lead us to be viewed as occupying armies.
These latest reports say the Obama administration is too secretive about its drone policy and that casualty figures are difficult to come by. But according to analysis from the New American Foundation, U.S. drones have killed more than 2,500 people in Pakistan, more than 300 of them civilians. In Yemen, more than 760 killed, including 65 civilians. The timing of these reports will make diplomacy more difficult for U.S. President Obama as he prepares to meet Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif at the White House Wednesday. Ahead of that visit, Sharif insisted that drone strikes must stop. As well as calling U.S. drone strikes in Pakistan and Yemen potentially illegal, these two reports also say that the U.S. is setting a terrible example for other countries who are also developing drone technology. Nathan King, CCTV, Washington.